sky. Stand up high, right to the sky like a rabbit. Stand on your toes, stand on your toes, stand on your toes and wiggle your nose like a rabbit. Then you hip hop, hip, hippity hop, hip hop, hippity hop like a rabbit, like a rabbit. Then you hip hop, hip, hippity hop, hip hop, hip hop.
Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry that I didn't make a video last week, but we were just so tired from the days before events and the whole week, so that's why there was no video. I was just inside chilling with Sasha, reading a book, watching movies, stuff like that, so I really enjoyed that time with her. So today is going to be a topic video, and you know what topic that is because of the title, so we'll get into that in just a minute, but first I'm going to update you on how everybody's doing. First of all, I want to start off this kitten, and I don't know where the other one went. I don't know where she went, really. Where'd she go? She must have got out or something, but they've been getting through this hole where my chicken wire has been bent up here, so they keep getting in here and coming and playing with my feet while I'm trying to work in here, and I really got to put a zip tie on that and keep them out. Because that would be bad if I wasn't here, they came in, and one of the bunnies got out, and you know what happens from there, so I need to get that fixed, right? Yep. Here's Sasha. She's doing good, got some itches there. She's still just as skittish, or maybe more, as she was. I don't know why she has to be this way. Oh dear. But that's just what she is, so when I pick her up and bring her in the house, she's totally fine. About out here, she hides in that corner or runs into her nesting box when I open the door. So, don't know what's up with that. Man, there she goes hiding. It's what I see every day, guys. Just that little lump back there in that corner. Here's Violet. She's doing good. I don't remember if I ever showed this in a video, but I built that loft for her. Don't think she likes it because I think I should have made it a little bit bigger for her, but I'm gonna have to get around to that. Miss Picky here, but she's doing okay. Still got Cosmo. Nobody's said anything about her in so long, so I just hope she gets sold because Blue's gonna be doing one of our Christmas litters this year. We may or may not have two, so I just really need these babies to sell because she's obviously adult size right now. So comparison, if you ever buy a rabbit from me that is from Blue or Mouse that was bred with Patchy, that's the size you're gonna get, pretty much the same size as Blue here. Here's Baxter, enjoying everyday life, like always. Silly goose. Mouse and her baby's here. It's getting so much harder to tell which one's Mouse and which one's the baby, but hopefully you guys can tell. That's Mouse, and that's the baby. She's got more white on her, but these guys need to be sold also, and I don't know when that will happen. I hope it happens soon, though. Please be praying. Found that other mischievous kitten. She was outside and then she came back in through the hole, and now she's in here again. Before I open this door, Patchy is laying down, but I'll probably stand up when I open it. Or not. There's Patchy. Same old. Always. Aren't ya? But one thing about him is when I bring him food, he's so excited about it that I can actually make him spin. Like, I never trained him to do anything. He just automatically will spin. What is on your back? What did you do to yourself, huh? What'd you do, mister? But yeah, I can make him spin, and he's not even the rabbit I was supposed to train. Okay guys, now it's time to get into our topic video. So this video was a suggestion from one of my followers. Her name is Haley. She's a friend of mine, and she also has a channel. It's called Haley's Small Pet Channel. Again, that's Haley's Small Pet Channel. I'll put her link down in the description so you can go follow her. She has a Holland Lop, just like I do, named Honey. She has 2 hamsters, and they have a kitten and a dog that I know of. But she mostly does videos on her hamsters and her rabbits. So go ahead and go follow her. Go check her out. She's pretty cool. Alright, so this video was titled Tips on Raising and Selling Rabbits. So, let's get started. So, my first tip, make sure you're financially and physically ready to take on rabbits. So, you don't want to be like elderly or physically not able to get around, like especially if you're living on your own or something like that. That is not the time to be raising rabbits, having your rabbit business. So make sure you're a physical person and you are ready to get up and go when needed. And financially, please make sure you have enough money to be supporting these rabbits, because the first few months of it, you're going to need to be using your own money that doesn't come from the rabbits yet because you have not sold any yet. So just make sure you have all that figured out before you start raising rabbits or even thinking about it. Next tip, before you go to buy your rabbit, make sure you have all your supplies ready at home, all set up, so you can just bring the rabbit home, let it get to know its new surroundings, and just get used to everything. So make sure you have a cage already, make sure you got your food and water bowls, food to give them, and make sure you got hay to store them up. Go ahead and buy toys for them. So if like you got wood cages, like not like this one, but you need like wood chews in there to keep them from chewing the wood of their cage, which you need it in the metal ones too, because rabbits need to chew. But anyway, just make sure you got all your supplies before you even purchase your rabbit. Now, to raise rabbits, you're obviously gonna need a male and a female rabbit. So once you have, like, if you've already bought your female rabbit, you're gonna need to either buy a male or somehow find another breeder that's willing to just breed with you. Meet up sometime and breed with them, because that's obviously how you're going to end up raising rabbits, is by breeding them. Now, depending on how many females you have, if you only have one, you only need one cage, so you're good. But if you plan on having more than one female, you're gonna need more than one cage. You need one cage per female because they will not like each other when they have babies. They'll be very protective, they'll fight with each other and possibly hurt or kill the other females if they were all in the same cage. And the other females could also kill the babies. So you need to make sure that you have one cage per female because you want to prevent all of that from happening. Now, this is the easy part. Just watch your babies grow up. Watch them get bigger from newborn to 6 weeks old when they're ready to be sold. And that's really that's it. Just stick your hand in there every day, once or twice a day, into the nest. Make sure they're all still alive. If some are dead, you want to immediately get the dead ones out so they don't affect the other alive ones. But otherwise, just keep your hands in there and make sure they're still alive, and otherwise that's all you have to do because mom takes care of it all. Alright, now this next tip is only important if you plan on breeding your rabbit more than just one time. So you're going to need to keep the book. And I mean the book. So you need to have it written down somewhere, all the info about when you bred it, who you bred it with, all the dates, the numbers of all the babies, and when they were weaned and stuff like that, to make sure that if someone ever asked you, like, wanted to know something about your baby, that you are prepared and ready to tell them, because you have it all written down and you know the exact answers, and you don't, like, get stuck up when someone's asked and you're just like, I really don't remember. But if you keep a book, you will remember. And I'm just going to show you what I have written down in parts of my book, like all the sections in my book. So I'm going to do that right now. So this is what my book looks like. It says Riley's Rabbit Records right there and right here. It's a hardcover just folder that I bought at Walmart one time. And it's done me pretty good. And it's a good thing to have to get all this stuff sorted out. First, we have the folder of my rabbit files. These consist of all my rabbits' names, mates, their sex, their date of birth, their breed, their eye color, or color and eye color, and notes for every rabbit I have. So we got Violet Baxter, Mouse, Blue, Patchy, and Sasha, just so you remember everything about them and you don't forget or accidentally forget their birthday or something special. Here's the really important part of the book. This is doe breeding history. This is your breeding records. So here I have written down the name of the doe, her date of birth, her breed, and the buck breed that we bred her with. And then we have the mating date. Then we have the buck that they were bred with, even though it's up there, it doesn't really make any sense. Their nest box date, that means when they start pulling out their hair and making a nest. Kindling date, that means when they have their babies. And then number of babies, I put into sections, 1 to 14, never had that many. My most was 9, but you write those down. And then their weaning date, most of the times they're not available because I'm not really sure for those. And then how many bucks and does were in each litter. So it's really quite simple. I actually made this myself. I saw one on the internet and I just decided to make my own instead of printing it off because our printer wasn't working at the time. So I made this all with pencil, ruler, and then I outlined it with pen, and then I just printed off multiple ones. So there's one for each female. So we got Mouse here. That was Violet that I showed you. And then Blue. And then Sasha's will be right here when she's old enough. And then I have plenty of extras and stuff for future in case I ever fill up a whole one, which I never have done. Violet's is the biggest, and she's only had 9 litters, or I'm at 10 litters in her whole life. So, nope, actually it's 9 because I've been telling people 10. I guess that was wrong. Anyway, that's the most I've ever filled one up in her whole lifespan that I've had her. So hopefully we can make one all the way to the end. Next is price history. That is just for fun for me. It's to keep track of how much money I've ever made with my rabbit business. And up here you can see the tabs. I have the mates, so like V and B stands for Violet and Baxter, Mouse and Patchy, and Blue and Patchy. So I can just pull to which one I want to go to. Let's see, we'll go to Violet here. And so I've got all like first sale, sold how many, price per each, price and all the way down. And then that's Mouse and Patchy's and Blue and Patchy. That's all I got right now. And then I have a note over here for money that I've made with bunnies, but I put in with the money that I've made with here. I just kept it all together, just making a note that that money was not from the bunnies, it's from obviously babysitting. And then this one is also important to keep. This is deaths in each litter. So you want to make sure you're keeping track of how many babies die, because it could be a pattern of some sort, things you can figure out. So these are all the deaths I've ever had. This is all Violet's. And obviously this one's the worst because, no, that was a whole litter. That was an accident litter, but this is her last 2 that she killed. So that's all the ones she's ever had. And then I have a section per year. So 2021, 22, 23. Then we have 22 up here, 23 here, 22 here, and 23 here. So they've only had 2 babies die between the 2 of them this year. So that's pretty good. So that's all the important things you want to be keeping. Any book of some sort, you can just keep it in a notebook and have your single sections. I just think that that folder looks a little bit more professional and like I know what I'm doing, and it just has plenty of room for my whole life, pretty much, of rabbit breeding to do, because I plan on doing this rabbit breeding for my whole life until I can't no more. Cat fight! Next, I'm going to share some tips on selling the bunnies. Now we're into that part. So first, you're going to need selling platforms. I use Craigslist. We put on Facebook. You have to be careful with your wording on Facebook because they don't really like you to sell animals on there, so you have to say things in certain ways. I use my mom's Facebook account because you can't like make one especially for selling rabbits because that's not allowed. But that's pretty much the only 2 places that I know of for selling them online. But I'm sure there's others out there. I just don't know of them yet. But I will tell you the best place to sell your rabbits. That is in person, ladies and gentlemen. Take your rabbits to a place where, of course, they have to be allowed first of all. And take them somewhere where there's a bunch of kids or like teenagers. They will cringe for them. They will want them so bad. It's just irresistible. And some parents will cave in. Some will be like, kids, don't look, keep walking. But that's where I've sold most of my bunnies. I'm allowed to take them to my soccer games. I've sold a lot of litters there from March to May, and I've successfully sold quite a few, and it's pretty good. I've taken them a few more places. I've taken them to a fair before where I just walked around in the carnival section. I sold 3 of them while I was in there, and I came home with Cosmo. That's when she had her siblings going away. But it's just, that's really the best place you can sell them. And the last thing I have to say is the prices. You may be wondering, like, how much should I be selling my rabbits for? Well, so mine are all mutts because they're both multiple breeds, 2 to 3 breeds. So those are not expensive. So you know, $20 is not expensive for a bunny, but I've not sold many for that price. That's mostly what I sold for in the beginning. Now I'm down to like between $15 and $5 a piece. I have to end up dropping my price because, like I said, I'm not in person, so I can't sell them as well on like Craigslist. So that's what I'm having them right now. They're only on Craigslist, and nobody's going on there and wanting them. So it's kind of hard to sell them when you're not in person, and that's why you do it. But so I sell them right now. I have them for odd numbers. I don't remember what I have them for right now because I'm just trying to stay above 5 to just try and get a little more. But I just don't get any bites for so long, and it's sad, but I know they will sell soon. I know they will. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I think mutt breeds, as long as you're like $20 or low, you're good. But keep it above $5 so you at least get a little profit out of it. And now, purebreds like Sasha here, if you're breeding her with another Holland Lop, that's between $20 to $40 a bunny. I would say would be good. I plan on selling her babies for like $20 to $25 because they're going to be part Holland Lop, so they'll definitely sell better because they're cuter. So you may think that's kind of like a little mean, but gotta do something because I'm gonna run out of money if I don't. And now if you have purebreds that you're breeding together, those are expensive, like $80 to over $100, and that's outright ridiculous, but people buy them anyway, so I don't know why. And indoor rabbits also, difference between outdoor and indoor. Outdoor should definitely be sold for less than indoor because indoor are most likely already potty trained and stuff like that, and they're used to the indoors, so they're more sensitive to like the outdoors, so they should be sold for more because they're much higher quality already. Another good way to choose your price is go on to like Craigslist or just anywhere on the internet and see how much other people are selling their bunnies for, and just try and keep it the same. Like mutts, keep it the same as mutts. Purebreds, keep it the same as purebreds. And pedigreed, please bring your prices down. Like, I don't know how people buy those. I'm definitely not going to. Well guys, that's all my tips for selling and raising rabbits. I hope you learned a lot and you're now prepared for your future rabbit business, and you feel a lot smarter after watching this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check out my friend Haley, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please like, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.